And he is wired to score.
Your old team, the Fairleigh Dickinson Knights, they don't have that one top scorer. They've got all five starters in double figures on the year.
Strength in numbers. This is a very good passing team with terrific balance. They share the ball, they turn you over, they take care of the basketball. And this is a team that wins on the offensive end with their ability to attack matchups.
We're going to have some fun tonight. We're going to go through some memories of you, talk through FDU. Your dad played at LIU Brooklyn, so we're going to have fun with that. The basketball, though, should be really exciting as well. These are two of the last three champions of the Northeast Conference. Like to get out and run at a high tempo. First meeting this year was a 79-77 win for LIU Brooklyn, a revenge spot for the hometown Knights.
In that game, Fairleigh Dickinson led a good majority of that game, and then about the last 10 minutes, LIU made a big push, turned them over a little bit, got out in transition, and then Clark and Flowers took over the game.
Earl Walton tips it up. Brian O'Connell, Tony Chiazza are officials. Fairleigh Dickinson and the home whites with the basketball. Knights at 9-11 overall. They've won 3 in a row to get to 500 in the Northeast Conference. They are 6-3 on their home floor. Inside, it's Mike Holloway Jr. up and under for the first FDU basket.
That's just really good execution. Get the ball reversed, get it into the post. Good patience by Holloway. Nice finish. That's how you want to start the game, dictating your shot.
Frias, Bats, Clark, Van Sowers, and Flowers. No Jay Sean Augusto, the junior point guard, averaging nearly 35 minutes per game. He is dressed. He is not likely to play. He's had a leg injury that's been bothering him recently. LIU gets an early basket anyway with Julius Von Sowers.
And without Augusta, the big thing for LIU is where are they going to get those easy baskets? Where are they going to get those downhill drives where they can get in the lane, kick out for open threes? Really nice execution by LIU first possession, getting the ball inside as well.
A three from Darnell Edge swirls out, and the rebound to Raekwon Clark.
Yeah, Augusta was the guy that made this team go. He was great off of ball screens, got downhill, got others involved. This kid can really shoot it, though.
That's the kid starting for him, Raul Frias, and LIU Brooklyn said its first two.
Yeah, Frias, 3/4 of his shots are from the three-point line, really ready to shoot the ball. He's got incredible range and a very quick release.
Here's Caleb Bishop. Tough angle shot off the window anyway for the junior out of the great St. Anthony High School here in the state of Jersey.
Bishop playing at a really high level right now. Relentless offensive rebounder. Plays hard, plays with really good energy.
This is Clark. Likely conference player of the year, at least to this point, with the first LIU miss.
Without Augusto in the game, Jenkins has got to be more aggressive in this game. He's got to attack and he's got to make plays for Fairleigh Dickinson.
He's FDU's point guard number 3, Jaleel Jenkins. There's a turnover given away by Malone into the hands of the Massachusetts transfer Ty Flowers. Clark gets the loose change. Did not get fouled. Fights hard to get inside. In between Holloway and Bishop, his shot goes awry. And a whistle stops play with a foul away from the ball on Julius Von Sowers, the first of the game. Fairleigh Dickinson, coached by Greg Herenda in his 6th year.
That's like he's one of these two coaches are your two favorite coaches.
These are my two guys. These are the only two coaches this year to take me to lunch.
It's unbelievable.
Greg Herenda, 2016 NCAA tournament. Greg Herenda also the only coach we've seen this year with his own walk-up music.
I mean, if you're going to coach, you might as well walk-up music.
Bruce Springsteen's Rosalita plays on his command when Greg Herenda walks out for the start of the game. Off a Holloway miss. Bishop tries to stuff. Here is Clark to push for LIU. One of the fastest tempos in the country for Derek Kellogg's Blackbirds. Flowers off the window, no. And a high rebound to Xavier Malone Key. Jaleel Jenkins knocked away by Frias.
Frias' size and length could be a factor defensively in this game.
Jenkins, 2 misses on that possession.
Look how quickly LIU gets the ball and advance passes the ball up the floor.
And then Clark, who had space, gave it away to Holloway, who gives it away to Bats. Bats inside off the window to score, ending a helter-skelter sequence.
You can't turn the ball over like that the way Holloway did just then. I mean, you've got to Rebound the ball, possess the ball, get the ball to your point guard, let him advance the ball up the floor.
Jumper is good at 2 for Darnell Edge, FDU's leading scorer at 15.6 per game.
I really like Edge's approach. He comes to practice each and every day with a focus of getting better. He's very competitive. He's got a little bit of toughness about him. And he's the guy that, for this team, can go get a bucket anytime he wants it.
Inside, Von Sowers out of the double to Clark. Raquan Clark with 4 to shoot. Out to Flowers. That is his hot spot, and Ty Flowers drains a 3. He was taking and making that shot with a high frequency in practice yesterday. Derek Kellogg said that's exactly where I want him to shoot. Bishop got knocked by Clark, and Bishop will head to the line when we return. Fast and furious action early in Hackensack.
Holloway's got to make better decisions. Careless passing, what does that lead to? Opportunities for your opponent to score off their defense. LIU has been absolutely terrific.
How surprised are you by this without Augusto?
I am surprised. They're scoring differently. And when Augusto's in the game, it's a ball screen game. He's coming off ball screens, getting in the lane, directing the ball out, and then creating shots. Today, they're moving the ball and moving people, and all these open shots are step-in threes off of ball reversal.
Caleb Bishop, another three for FDU. Bishop with his first.
These teams are so evenly matched. You got to take care of the basketball, and one of these teams has got to find a way to take something away. You know, whether they're going to trap the ball screen, whether they're going to change the defense. The ball's just moving too easily. You see Fairleigh kind of pushing out their defense a little bit, trying to move LIU out a little bit.
FDU's previous basket, by the way, a long two before the break by Malone Key. Knights are 4 for 5 from 3. Blackbirds 5 of 9. Clark gets inside, finds the angle, and scoops it home. Raquan Clark, the leading scorer in the Northeast Conference at nearly 22 a game.
That's one of those shots when he's about 10 years old, he'll be shooting the playground. Underhand scoop.
The answer from Holloway.
Holloway's responded. Greg Aranda took Holloway out of the game earlier.
And we've got a violation for Penn stepping over the baseline on the inbound. A turnover for LIU.
Watch this right here. Holloway doing a nice job of getting through that gap, finishing with his left hand. Holloway early in this game really struggled. Greg Aranda had to take him out. He made that bad turnover in that transition play, just being careless. But since he's been back in the game, much more active, more locked in, making more plays.
Kanlandu Cisse in the game for LIU Brooklyn. Penn takes a seat. After that unforced error. The three is good for Edge, and Fairleigh Dickinson leads.
And that was false hustle right there by Batts. He just overran that passing lane. When he overran the passing lane, as soon as Edge got the ball, it was one dribble, jump up, knock down the jumper. You just have to be more disciplined when you're playing a team. See right here, that's not his game. That's a big-time shot by Flowers. But that's the difference. When you have Augusto in the game, someone's getting him that shot. Flowers kind of emerging as their go-to scorer opposite Clark.
LIU Brooklyn back in front. Fairleigh Dickinson 6 for its last 7. Edge. Holloway goes to work on Cisse. Up and under. No. In a flurry, Bishop emerges with the ball and a fresh 30 for the Knights. BJ Saliba in the game for Fairleigh Dickinson, number 2 for the first time. This has been a catch your breath kind of evening. Jenkins.
Nice pass.
Holloway finishes.
And that's what I was expecting more of Jenkins. His ability to get in the lane, draw a defender, either score it or make the play. And they need to score some easy baskets. But now on this end, they've got to find a way to slow down Flowers. They're switching all that perimeter stuff. Right there you see Jenkins right there on Flowers. And he's going to go right over the top.
Clark. Cisse tip out to Flowers. Missed the 3. Clark the offensive rebound. He wants a goaltend. Doesn't appear he'll get one, but he is fouled.
That's a big lineup LIU's got on the floor right now. That means if you're Fairleigh, you've got to be that much more physical. You can't foul the fly to the ball when it gets shot. You've got to find a guy and cut him out. You foul the fly to the ball, and those longer, bigger athletes are going to beat you to the backboard.
Clark at 6'6", 195. The man at the line as Williams checks in, perhaps for those rebounding purposes. Raquan Clark, again, the leading scorer in the conference. Former walk-on. Talked to him yesterday at practice, said he had one scholarship offer to go play Division II ball in the state of New Hampshire. Came to LIU Brooklyn through a connection with a coach. Played in one game as a freshman. Earned a scholarship as a sophomore. And now the conference's shining star. Jenkins missed badly. The rebound to Bishop to keep it alive for FDU. Jenkins stepped in on Frias, had nowhere to go. Well defended.
Frias, a good on-ball defender, using his size against Jenkins to contest shots. And he's done a nice job in this first half on Jenkins.
Edge. Out to Bishop. Yes.
That's
6
really
for
good
7 from 3.
Yeah, 6 for 7 from 3, but more importantly, how they're getting those threes. The reason they're 6 for 7 is they're getting them on extra passes, on making good plays, and playing for each other.
Fairleigh Dickinson 7 assists on 14 field goals. Jenkins has 5 of those 7.
And the great thing about Bishop is his high game in high school was 14 points.
Amazing. He had 20 last week. Bats had to hoist. Rebound to Darnell Edge. Here comes Williams. Got it. And the foul. And Bats slow to get up. Has to be helped for LIU Brooklyn. Still down.
Fairleigh Dickinson is at their very best with his sharing the ball and making plays for others. Bishop knocks down that 3. That is Fairleigh Dickinson to basketball. And then in transition, shared a shooter, play through contact, and finish, big fella. points. 50. I mean, think about all the years they've played, and they're 53. I mean, it's hard to have that happen.
Claire B., the great LIU Brooklyn coach.
I don't think they
Coach
played
Mike
fairly.
Krzyzewski.
Coach Lowe, Coach Mike Krzyzewski.
Oh, Coach Lowe, I'm sorry.
That's all right. Anything I can do to help the broadcast.
Claire B. coached Ralph Greenberg.
Yes. And
off the timeout, the miss for Malone Key. Here is Bats trying to make this a one-score game.
offensively, Edge has got to get involved, and Jenkins has got to get involved.
Flowers wrap around. It's a three-point game.
And Derek Kellogg going inside some. But right now, Jenkins has been almost an observer in this game. He's got to get more involved because he's a guy that can get them an easy shot. Right here, Malone Key, he's going to try to play one-on-one, and he's ranging. That's great that he drew a foul, but if I'm Greg Herenda right now, I'm getting the ball in Jenkins' hands and having him make a play.
Three-point lead. Fairleigh Dickinson's Malone Key to the line when we return. The Carolina Duke of the Northeast Conference resumes on the other side.
really challenged us to be the best at what we were doing. And he had some terrific teams. I wasn't on one of the terrific teams. I mean, his one team with Lee Shulman, whose number is going to be retired this Saturday, they led the country in defense. He was not a good coach. He was a great coach. He was a great defensive coach. He got his players to play hard and play together and trust each other. And that's what made him so special. And while he was doing that, by the way, Kev, you know what he was doing? He was also teaching in high school and teaching driver's ed and doing anything and everything else. So he was never full-time faculty here at Fairleigh Dickinson. He was also UB Brown's high school coach.
Right.
Mike Krzyzewski's assistant coach at Army, and Bobby Knight's assistant.
You saw those names on the graphic just a moment ago. Lou Carnesecca as well. He was an assistant under him at St. John's. 11 years the head coach here. What I didn't realize was that when you were here at Fairleigh Dickinson and for basically Coach Lou's career, FDU was an independent.
We were America's guest.
How did America receive you?
We were everyone's guarantee game. Yeah, we played about 11 or 12 home games in the Rutherford campus, and then we took our act on the road.
Here's Batson, a 4-point game, under 3 to play. Offensive rebound, Penn. No, the tip is there. I'm not sure who got a hand on that. I think it was Flowers. It's a 2-point game.
And this is deja vu right now for Fairleigh Dickinson. This is very much like the last time these two teams played. Fairleigh got crushed on the offensive glass, and at the end they made one more play. There's Edge. Good execution.
He nails a 3.
Right now it's about getting stops and limiting people to one shot. So you got to keep the ball in front. And 5 of the guards have got to come back and rebound the basketball.
That, by the way, a long 2 for Edge. So 4-point game. Clark is rejected. Here's Jenkins, kept it away from Batts. Jenkins will pull it out with 2 to play. The screen for Bishop. Jenkins. Yes, but that will not count. Foul before the shot.
See, Jenkins is a guy that can take over this game right now for Fairleigh. That was just a flat ball screen. And because of the way that LIU is defending it, basically stringing it out and keeping it in front, you see Jenkins just attack that big guy. Jenkins is a guy who's a 80+% free throw shooter. And he's a guy that can make a play, not only for himself, but he can also distribute and make the right play. So the ball's got to be in his hands and Edge's hands because they're both great free throw shooters.
And Jenkins gets the front end of the 1-and-1.
I would be surprised to see Fairleigh go a little soft pressure to make LIU use some clock and then go back some zone.
Jenkins now the 4th player for the Knights in double figures. 1 assist shy of his first career double-double, points and assists.
And here's the soft pressure with 2-2-1. All they're trying to do now is make LIU use some clock. Don't need a steal. Once they get over half court.
Well, they almost had it. Holloway knocks it out of bounds. Download the ESPN app. Subscribe to ESPN Plus today. You can start a 7-day free trial on the app or at ESPN.com this Saturday. Big UFC fight night. Then Alvarez Kovalev 2 for the top-ranked boxing light heavyweight title exclusively on ESPN Plus.
LIU's got to find a way to get. Wow.
To get Frias to 3 is no doubt what you were saying.
To be honest with you, I was saying Flowers at 3 or get Clark on a duck in off of that stack. But this is a big possession right now. You got to get a good shot. You can't settle. I would go right back to that flat ball screen. And here it comes. More of a side ball screen.
Penn comes out to meet it. Malone Key inside. Holloway. Yes. With a minute to go, the lead is 5 for Fairleigh Dickinson.
Really
Holloway
good
with
execution.
11.
Really good execution.
All 5 in double figures now for the Knights. And the rebound to Bishop off the miss. Foul or play it out right now?
You got a foul now, 5.
Flowers does. Still 1-and-1. They're on their feet in Hackensack.